All right, well, welcome back, everybody, to my newest Blu Ray update video, part two video. I kind of had a feeling this was going to be two parts just because of how many titles I had. But we'll go ahead and kick this part off with the horror titles that I picked up. We got Joyride here, a really, really good movie. A really rewatchable horror movie, a favorite of mine. Paul Walker does a really good job in this movie, one of his earlier movies. Steve Zahn does a great job as well. I owned all three of these movies on DVD, and wasn't really planning on getting any of them on Blu-ray. I don't even know if they make the sequels in Blu-ray, but I seen it on that $6 rack at Walmart, and I figured what the hell, grab it. I mean, because it's a really, really top favorite horror movie of mine. I figured it was, why not go ahead and get it on Blu-ray. Don't really have any plan on getting the rest on Blu-ray. Like I said, I don't even know if they make them on Blu-ray, but the sequels are actually pretty good for straight-to-video type movies. Not really that bad, to be honest with you. Got some pretty cool kills in them. Not anywhere near as good as the first one. But I figured, what the heck, go ahead, $6, grab it. Definitely a top favorite horror movie of mine, so why not get it on Blu-ray? But yeah, really good movie. Highly recommend this movie. Really entertaining, so definitely check it out. All right, so the next one here we got is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've been meaning to get this movie for a while. Never owned it on DVD. Thought it was about time to get this on Blu-ray. This, to be honest with you, I mean, I really like Tim Curry, which is the lead character in this movie. Loved him as Pennywise, loved him as Lord of Darkness in Legend. This movie, I to be honest with you, I don't really think is the greatest movie in the world. I mean, it definitely is a classic, but it's just not really my type. I've never really been into like the musical type movies. But the main reason why I got this movie is years ago, back when I was around 16, 17 years old, I used to go with a friend of mine to this showing that they used to have of this movie downtown. And it was like like a play thing that they did, and I think they did it like every week. And they would play the movie on the big screen, and then people would act out the part on stage while you're watching the movie. And another friend of mine would actually was in the play as Tim Curry's character. And I used to go to that a lot. It was a really big gothic type thing that a lot of people went to. A lot of gothic people went to. And that was kind of back in my gothic days when I kind of would dress up gothic and stuff, and definitely was right up my alley at that time. And I remember having a lot of fun going to it with this friend of mine, this girl that I worked with, and we'd go to it pretty often, almost every week for I don't know, like maybe a month or two. But that's pretty much why I really wanted to get it, just kind of for the memory value of it. But it's still a decent movie, I'll probably watch it again. Just see what it looks like on Blu-ray. Yeah. And it comes with a cool slipcover. Excuse me. It comes with a really cool glossy slipcover. It wasn't really that expensive. It was actually in Walmart's dump bin, believe it or not, $7, I think. But yeah, I'm just happy to have this movie on Blu-ray. Okay, next in this update, we got the Gremlins movies 1 and 2. So as you guys remember, if you remember back some of my older Blu-ray updates, I actually own these movies already on Blu-ray with in a triple pack with the Goonies. And to be honest with you, I mean, I'll tell you the main reason why I went ahead and just bought these individually. Pretty much for two reasons. One, obviously Gremlins is more horror-based movies. If you really think about the genre, they're definitely going to be under horror. So I wanted them individually so I can keep them with my horror films, separate from the Goonies. Goonies is not a horror movie, more of a family adventure movie. And it's kind of weird how they had those together, but whatever. And the other reason is too is that there's this really sweet Goonies collector set on Blu-ray that I'm going to be buying here pretty quick. It's like a deluxe edition, comes with like some cool movie memorabilia and like a board game or something. It's a pretty cool little set, and it's not that expensive, and I'm going to be picking that up. So I figured since I'm going to be getting that and wanting these separate from the triple pack anyway, so I can keep them in my horror section, whatever. So I went ahead and picked these up, and I just gave the other triple feature I had away to my dad. Usually, when I replace DVDs, I'll just hand them down to him. But anyway, I found these pretty cheap. Gremlins 2 I had in my Amazon cart for a while, and I think it was around $15. And believe it or not, I found this at a pawn shop, number 2. I found it at a pawn shop for about like $4, still sealed. Yeah, believe it or not, it was still sealed in the package for $4. I'm like, fuck, go ahead and grab it. And then I knew that Gremlins 1 was in the Walmart dump bin, so I just kind of drove over there and picked that up the same day. $7, so $11, and got both the Gremlins films. Now I can keep them in my horror section. So yeah, so happy to see them. Haven't watched them yet, so don't really know what they look like on Blu-ray. But it's been many years since I've watched Gremlins, so I'm planning on doing that pretty soon here. But yeah, happen to own Gremlins now on Blu-ray. Okay, so the next one we got here is The Lion King, the Diamond Edition Blu-ray. So I didn't actually buy this movie. And this was actually my girlfriend's movie. She owned a few Blu-rays, but the Blu-rays that she did have are the ones that come with the DVD, like this one. And she usually would give the Blu-rays away because she didn't have a Blu-ray player, and just keep the DVD. I don't really know why she did that, but this is one that she happened to keep the Blu-ray on, which I'm glad she did. I don't really own any Disney movies on Blu-ray. And for the longest time I've been meaning to start collecting them, but I know it's going to take a while and a lot of money to get them all. Because Disney movies, they always run anywhere from like $20 to $40, and then of course some of the rare ones that you can't really find are going to be even way more expensive than that. So I know it's going to take a lot of money to get into it. So nothing that I'm rushing into. But eventually, over time, I would like to get all the Disney movies on Blu-ray, especially all the Diamond editions. But like I said, they're always so expensive, even at stores like Walmart. They can be around $30, as high as $30. So I don't know when I will start collecting them. But since we moved in together, we kind of combined all our movies. She didn't really have a lot, but she did have some, and we just kind of threw them all together. So it's cool. Now I got first Disney Blu-ray to add to my collection. So happy to have this movie. Definitely a favorite Disney of mine. I always liked the Disney favorite of mine. I've always liked The Lion King, and of course, like I said, Diamond Edition with the cool slipcase. So yeah. Cool to have Lion King. All right, so next, these are going to be next couple ones you're going to see are going to be like my collector type sets that I bought. And here we go with Avatar. Now I've never owned this movie, and I finally broke down and got it. One of the main reasons why I bought this movie, I've never really been a fan of this movie, believe it or not. I don't think this is anywhere near as good as it was made out to be. I mean, I bought it because being a big movie fan, movie collector, I wanted to own the highest grossing film of all time, which is Avatar. $2.7 billion in the box office. I still don't understand to this day why this movie was so expensive. Or made so much money in the box office. I just don't understand. I mean, it's a decent movie, but I mean, nothing that I would think would be the number one movie of all time. But this is a pretty cool set that I found, and it really wasn't that expensive. I found this for $20, and it's a really nice collector set. And as you see there, it's got all new 3-hour collector's extended cut with an alternate opening, 8 hours of never before seen material, including over 45 minutes of deleted scenes. So we'll go ahead and take the slipcase off here, and then we get a nice hard case on the inside, and then it slides out on the side there. So I'm going to go ahead and cannot do this with one hand, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull this out real quick. All right, so now I got it out of the case, and you get really nice, one of those big, nice, thick books. And there's a shot of the front, and whoopsie-daisy, and there's a shot of the back. And we'll go ahead and try to open this up here so you can see what's on the inside. So what are these? These are just little inserts. So there's a shot of the inside. Kind of flip through here. I know it's kind of dark kind of hard to see all this, but if I get my light turned on, all it's gonna do is give it a big glare. But you get like a bunch of discs with this, of like all this, you know, additional bonus features and whatnot. You know, just the one movie, but like I said, all the additional stuff. So I mean, kind of, it's a cool collection to have. And you know, when the time came for me to get Avatar, I wanted to own it on a set like this. I'm glad I was able to get this pretty cheap. $20 is not a bad deal at all for this set. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy I own Avatar now on Blu-ray. I knew at one point I would buy it, but I just wasn't really in a big hurry to get it or not. I've only seen the movie one time, and like I said, I wasn't really blown away by it. It's decent. I'll watch it again soon. I know my girlfriend likes it, but like I said, just happy to own it.